Hello team, Coach Tim here. Another major championship week. The British Open for us on this side of the Atlantic. Everyone else around the world calls this tournament the Open Championship. And really, one of the most defining characteristics of what's going to take place for the champion golfer of the year is his ability to be able to control the golf ball in adverse elements. That's usually wind, that's usually rain. Today we're going to focus primarily on the ability of controlling your golf ball through wind. And the cool part about today is that I hope to be able to impact your golf game by just simply modifying your setup. It's going to have 2 steps to it. So stay tuned, learn these 2 steps, and I'm sure you're going to have a much better chance of being able to control your golf ball from a trajectory perspective, as well as launching it straight. So I hope to introduce 2 setup keys or 2 setup features that help me launch the golf ball lower and straighter under this set of examples without trying to change the movement patterns of my technique. If I can just change how I simply set up to the golf ball and hit a different trajectory and still hit it straight, I think that's a lot easier to manage. So how am I going to do that? And how am I going to do that with this silly shaft inside of my chest here in my vest? This is going to be a great visual tool for you to be able to see here in another second. Now, first things first, when I set up to the golf ball with my stock ball position, I want you to see how my toe line is straight. I want you to see how the shaft here is parallel to the shaft on the ground, which is my toe line. That's ideally what we are doing with most of our golf shots, that we're hitting a stock shot with a straight ball flight and hopefully our normal trajectory, okay? We're going to be talking about how do I modify my setup to hit a golf ball lower and straighter. And the first thing that I'm going to do, I think all of us would agree with this, right, is that if I start moving my ball position more towards my backswing foot, the shaft starts leaning more towards the target. As the shaft leans more towards the target, my golf ball should launch lower, right? The 7-iron in effective, in all effect, is probably closer to a 4 or 5-iron now. Now, what you might not have noticed is from this down the line camera view, can you see how my shaft is pointing significantly to the right? So if I step up and hit this golf shot, I'm going to hit a lower shot, but I'm also going to have to hit it to the right. So how do I balance that? How do I make sure, again, without changing my technique, that I can hit this golf ball straight? If I move back 2 golf balls with my ball position, watch me now. I'm going to move my left foot open 2 golf balls. And now can you see how my shaft is much closer to it being parallel to the ground, shaft to my target line here on the ground. So if I step up and then just try and make my regular golf swing from here, you got to go ahead and get this guy out of the way so I don't kill myself, right? But if I make my regular golf swing from here, you're going to see a golf ball launch significantly lower from that down the line camera. You're also going to see that golf ball almost launch directly towards my target, which is just the white flag out about 150 yards away. So consider applying these 2 concepts. If you understand how to do this to launch a golf ball lower and straighter, you just have to do the exact opposite if you want to hit it higher and straighter. I think you're going to see that many of the best players in the world are going to be using some kind of this concept out during the Open Championship this week. And I'm sure that once you get out on the golf course and try to apply this exact same information, that you're going to see a different control of your ball flight when you're trying to alter trajectories. So give that a go. Best of luck.